funniest pets and people, a baby bird busts a move. A playset goes kerplunk. A baby goes off his rocker. A dog at the end of his rope. And a guy kicks drinking. So kick back and get comfortable, because you are gonna fall down laughing. It's the show that will have you sick, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Okay, get ready to be easily amused. This dog doesn't really hate the broom. He just knows that spring cleaning starts with sweeping and ends with a doggy bath. Wow, look at that little fellow move, will you? It's kind of a strange sight. Our bird experts tell us that this gesture translates to I think I want it. Does it have rack and pinion steering? Oh, but that's not a deal breaker. No, I definitely think I want it. Feels good, feels right. But I don't know. I mean, is it me? No, I want it. Oh, but wait. Let me think. These doors are a little snug. No, I want it. Oh, well, let's see what's under the hood. This falls into the thanks, but no thanks department. Here, Rocky wants to come over and alert his owner that the hose has sprung a leak by carrying it over in his teeth. Yes, he was a puppy. And granted, he knew hardly anything about physics. But nothing was gonna stop Bonkers from becoming NASA's first dog on Mars. Okay, now what you're seeing is amazing, people. Cats are known to be lazy. But this cat is working up a sweat. Now let's repeat that for those of you that didn't hear that. A cat working up a sweat. It's never been captured before on videotape. Wake up the kids and phone the neighbors.
They knew they never should have stored the radioactive isotopes on top of the cat treats. But now, it was too late. Attack of the 50-foot cat! Forget the mice. Tinkerbell's coming for you.
It's time to play Not a Winning Combination. And now it's time for Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. Yeah, the cat fetching for his owner is pretty strange. But not as strange as the dog outside caught in a tree. It's Bugle's job every night to ring the dinner bell. The fact that it scares the bejesus out of the cats? Hey, that's just a bonus. Now watch as this cork shoots out of the bottle and bounces back to cause this mess. Ironically, they were having champagne to celebrate 300 nights without breaking a single glass. This hamster is having a heck of a time getting things worked out here. But he won't quit. He needs that cinnamon stick for his Christmas spice cake recipe. Look at that guy go, will you? Now, you gotta agree, he's got a lot of stamina. It took him 6 leg raises till he knocked over the bottles. Of course, later, he realized he could have just kicked them. So at what point exactly does this hamster realize that maybe it's not the world's greatest idea to try and eat something that's bigger than your head? Right here. Such a sweet couple. So in love. It reminds us of the poem. Roses are red, violets are black and blue. After 6 hours of family therapy and lots of sensitivity training, these two decided it was just way more fun to fight like cats and dogs. Working out with a dog sounds like fun, right?
Now you want to go to the treadmill? Well, you gotta do something first. Remember what I told you? Remember what we gotta do? Let's stretch. 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 Okay. All right, get on.
But we don't know if you'd want to bench press 200 pounds of free weights covered in slippery dog spit. Coming up, some real champagne. And a cat's tail has an ear for music. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Now, you know what this is? Fun! Daisy knew one thing. This was the last time she ate a bag of pretzels without something to wash it down. Hey, if you think this is funny, you should see the cat's tail turn into a blur when Susie here plays Flight of the Bumblebee. All this champagne brought the lavish wedding cost to $49,000. With dry cleaning, 50,000, give or take. Dogs love to play with rope. And it's a win-win. Because it's also a clever way to trick them into flossing. Poor Raymond. He was young and couldn't understand why Corky wouldn't follow along in Simon Says.
Come on, get the paper. Come on, girl, get the paper.
It's really great that these two dogs are both willing to get the newspaper.
And there. There we go. Bring it in the house. Come on. Bring it in. Come on. Bring it in. Get it. Get it. No, in the house.
But by the time they work out who's bringing it in, we'll already know who won the World Series.
In the house. Wow, maybe they did today.
There was so much laughing, it caused this lady to fall off her chair. Oh, no, wait, that's what happened after she fell. Now, we don't want to say Tinker Bell was pampered. But she wouldn't rest until she got a full-body sand scrub and an avocado facial.
A cat lands in your doggy bowl. What's a pooch to do?
Chase him. You've got him cornered.
Just eat around him. There's plenty of room.
And good wins in the end. Jason was young and hadn't learned about pushing things too far. Now he had. Oh, yeah, others laughed. But nonetheless, Chief proudly carried on with his one-dog squirrel patrol. This was a bit unfortunate. But it saves Bill the trouble of breaking his club over his knee later. Lay down and get comfortable. These next videos are about cats. Look at Sneezy lap up those snacks, will ya? Boy, she really loves them. Honestly, though, we'd hate to hear what it would sound like if she didn't. It was a complex peace negotiation, but sadly, it was destined to break down as soon as they discovered she was a cat and he was a rat. Welcome to the House of Paperweights, where we sell nothing but only the finest, the fuzziest, and the furriest paperweights guaranteed.
Now, this could seem like really a nerve-wracking situation for the gerbil. But actually, he looks rather calm, don't you think? The reason? That's his bodyguard.
Hey, Larry, is that really a bird?
I don't know, let me smell it. Yeah, it's a bird, all right. It's real.
No way. Larry, you're crazy. That's not a bird, Larry. That's a... Let me smell it myself. Larry, that's not a bird. It smells like a cathode ray tube.
Oh, well, that's what I meant. Coming up, a serviceman goes from being in the Army to the Navy. And a sports photographer gets a real close-up. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Hey, stop working. It's playtime. Looks like Sparky is putting the moves on Sheila. Ooh, a good fake, and he's got the ball. Sure, it's a little embarrassing getting beaten at soccer by a dog. But at least they were alone. Well, with the video camera. Now, this raccoon is thinking he's honing his wrestling tactics against a larger opponent. The dog is thinking, wow, this is one feisty plush toy. It was his second birthday. And Snowball was having hours of fun playing with his new toy mouse he got from the Millers. The Millers are a nearby family of real mice. A reminder to our viewers, the rule in soccer is that one cannot use one's hands to block a shot. But that does not apply to cameramen. You'll be up to your neck in fun with these next videos.
Hey, do you mind if I, can I just get could you just scoot over a bit? I'm really, oh dear. You know, I'd love it if you could, I'm so parched. Just a little bit of water would be so, oh, for the love of, hey, a cat! Works every time.
You've heard of special ops, haven't you? Well, this guy is special. Oops! Here's Mommy walking down to the water's edge and whoa! Seems like this baby is learning a valuable waterfront lesson. She's not the only clumsy one. On this one point, Baxter was clear. If anybody was gonna be watering that lawn, it was him. Coming up, the ice dog cometh. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People.
Good girl.
Now, this owner didn't mind his dog taking all the crushed ice. It was the fact that he used up all the fruit punch mix that was the problem. See you next time.